Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for tuning in, as always, to Johnny's Motorized Bicycles. So, as you know, the only videos that are really current and up-to-date are my shorts, except for the recent one where I put up with the catastrophic failure, which actually is referenced in this video because it is the beginning of that problem. That's right, I didn't fix it. So, this is January 12th to 18th, I think, some of the footage in there, in that area. So this is older. It's fairly right after Christmas, but this is back when Heather and I were first diagnosed with COVID. We got it from my daughter. I told you the story already in another short, I believe. But this is about a week to 2 weeks after the initial diagnosis and the first 2 to 3 days where you felt like complete death. So I take off to go get my stuff. I'm going to the P.O. box. It's a first ride I did in a while. First time I'm recording in weeks. I'm just excited to be out on the bike, going to do something, and especially going to get this stuff. In this video, you'll hear me sniffle a lot. I usually cut any sniffles out where I go, just because my nose is running and I hate that noise on screen. It just reminds me of too much dumb stuff. So I cut it out normally. This one I can't because I'm doing it while I'm riding. It'd be weird to have little cuts in a ride video, I think. So no matter what, it's cold out, my nose is running, I'm still sick, I still have a little bit of a fever, I still have the chills a little, I still have COVID. So I'm a little out of it, to be honest with you, but I'm excited to go regardless and get on the trail to get seeing what I want to go see and get my parts. The problem is there with the rear rim, but it's not as dramatic as I feel it is because it's in my head. And when you're wearing 4 layers of clothing plus your coat, the camera, the helmet that blocks your vision so you can't see down, it just gets in your head because you can't move and do things like you want to do as easily as you can normally. So there's more psychological with the rim than it's actually doing, but it is there. So I just wanted to explain what's going on, and I try to put all my videos out in chronological order of the way they're recorded. So the video I put up before was half old right before this and half new when I actually finished the exhaust, so I could just have that video finished. This one is right back in order, back in January 10th or 12th to 18th when I recorded the stuff. So the video should pick back up normal in the normal timeline that I usually shoot them, and we should be going good from there. So I really hope you enjoy it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the video and the next one. Please like, please subscribe, and all the other stuff I mentioned in the video, I'm going to say it pretty much right after this, so just go do it. It's way easier than hear me say it 3 times. Sure. All right. Peace. All right. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for tuning in, everybody. First, let me get this out of the way. If everyone could just step 6 feet back from their screen, I have COVID positive test at the moment, and I don't want anyone to get sick. Good, that is out of the way. Now, as always, please like, please, oh man, I left the keys upstairs. Okay, as always, please, if you could, hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification. If you could, please, most important, drop me a line down in the comments of the comment section to say, what is up? How you doing? Look what I broke. Look what I'm fixing. Also, if you could, continue that. Go to Johnny's Motorized Bicycles Facebook group. Go ahead, toss them. Thank you. This way you can post pictures and comments and all that nonsense. You know, we got about a half tank. We should be good enough to go. I'm going to take and risk it for the biscuit. A link for everything will be down in the description. So go down there in the description and it will have everything down there for every link, for everything that I do, and for the address and all that nonsense. Now, I'm not sure if you could tell, but I am in a very good mood. No, it's not because Heather and I got a divorce, even though that would probably put me in a good mood also, since Heather did not want to come with me on this adventure to the mailbox place. That's okay. I'm not salty about it a lot. Okay, I am, but whatever. We have both been inside about 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago now. My daughter had gotten a positive COVID. My daughter Peyton. We didn't know it, that she had it, and she had given it to us. Luckily, she did not give it to our son Gunner. So everything's been kind of put on hold until everything gets better. So Heather and I just been sitting inside being bums basically, because that's all we can really do. I'm hoping this works. I got the coat behind the camera. I hope it doesn't get in the way too much, but we'll see. Found a zip tie on the ground, and I've been wanting to zip tie this for a while. See if it works. I don't know if it will. We'll try it. So we've been inside not doing none, just being bored out of our gourds because there's nothing to do, and it's really cold out. So honestly, I haven't been riding my bike that much, if I'm being 100% honest with you, because one, I'm not trying to go around and take a chance of getting anyone sick, even though I wear my mask everywhere. But I don't want to, you know, God forbid an elderly or a kid gets it. And two, it is freaking cold out, so I'm just not riding that much because I'm not trying to be cold. I'm in a super good mood because finally, guys, my stuff has been delivered to the post office, well, my P.O. box that I have. So I'm super duper excited about that for obvious reasons. I can now start my build. I have a couple things I bought. I bought three new cylinders. One's a whole top end kit for my 50cc 40mm bore. One is a 54mm bore, and one's a 56mm bore. Both of those are chainsaw top ends that we're gonna put on top of a motor and enjoy ourselves. Camera on, hoping it continues to work. I never really used this kind of camera in the cold weather because this is my first winter with a GoPro. So I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping the mic, I might have to move that. That might be really rustly. All right, I don't know if that's any better. I put it on my actual lapel of my sweatshirt. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it doesn't get all screwed up. Anyway, I'm in a super good mood, guys. A couple reasons, because I'm super bored sitting inside the house and it would let me do something. But also, you know, I just don't have anything to do in the house. Anything, period. Whew, I'm kind of sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. Choke is on, let's go. To be honest with you guys, I haven't started the bike up in probably a week, somewhere around that. Yeah, it's been like a week since I started the bike up. Ooh, I gotta cool down a little bit. I'm hot. I got the bike on choke. Get her warmed up, but yeah, I just don't ride it very much because it's so cold out. It's just so cold out, there's no need. You know, I try to stay home while I can, when I can, but whatevs. This is a big deal. I've been waiting like almost 2 weeks for this stuff to come in, and I'm quite bored. So I've been really dying for this stuff. Oh, there you go. Starting to hear the engine get a little more four-strokey. Turn the choke off. All right, better. Choke is off. That was a while warming it up. Saw that? That was a good quarter mile probably. Took to just take it off the choke. Let's hope everything on the bike is working well, because it's cold out and you just never know. I have my normal bag with me to bring everything, you know, tools and whatnot. Whoopsie, missed the pedal. Not gonna lie, that's something that stinks, guys. Right before it got really cold, you know, cold out, that's when I greased up the hub. Like it had just gotten pretty cold out, and I went and greased up the rear hub on the rim because I noticed it needed it, or at least I thought it probably did, and I wanted to do some service to it because the threads were stripped and stuff. You'll have already seen the video, I'm sure, before this comes out, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's so cold out that the grease, because I over grease it, just because it's a motorized bike, not a regular bicycle, I put a lot of grease in the hub. And And in the summer, it's not a big deal, but in the winter it is, because the winter, the grease is so thick, it doesn't let the little, I don't know, the little, there's two teeth in a hub, that clicking you hear inside the hub, and it doesn't let those teeth flex easily when it's ice cold with a lot of grease, so your hub ends up just spinning because the teeth is just stuck to the hub, because that spring that springs them out isn't strong enough to push the really thick cold grease, you know, through the grease. It's just not strong enough tension. So now when I go to pedal, especially in the very beginning of riding the bike, it might just spin until it catches or loosens up. It's almost done. I did it last year too, like an idiot, not thinking, and part of my nose is running like crazy, guys. Ooh, that was a very red light, fella. So if I sniffle, I'm sorry. But I did it last year too, same thing, and it goes away after a little bit, or I could take the hub apart and, you know, get all the grease out of it. Yeah, we're going for it. Delayed green, but it's my turn. And I could get all the grease out of it and put less grease, but I don't want to do all that work, so I just deal with the spinny hub, which is kind of annoying, I'll be honest with you, but it is what it is. By summer, it won't even be an issue, because by summer the grease will have flattened out, or spring I should say. You know, 40-degree weather is all it needs, but since it's well below freezing, the grease is acting a little thicker, the viscosity. I'm not going to be going fast. I'm definitely going to be taking it easy because it's cold out. Everything's a little bit more brittle in the cold, including myself. So I don't want to be going nuts. The bike is running good though. All in all, the bike is running really good. To say I'm happy about that. I'm happy the bike is running well. Since I put this motor together and put this bike together with this motor and everything, and it's been doing well. I haven't really had any issues to speak of. I still got that little bit of air leak. Hover just released his video, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, where he found the air leak in the motor on the steels, and honestly I think that's the same thing that's on mine. These cases, you know, they got a lot of miles on them. When I rebuild them, I only do port work and, you know, new gaskets. I don't do new seals. So if there's an air leak, I would bet that it's the seals, because I just don't replace them. I want to pull over right here and check my everything, really. But like how Hover's bike was stalling out and it would surge, it would do a couple things. Mine only revs down slowly. It doesn't surge. It's not hard to control the idle. So I don't think the air leak's that bad. It's just something that's annoying. So I don't think it's hurting the motor in any catastrophic way. At least not yet. So it is what it is. Right before I left, I just finished, I think, I gotta watch the whole thing through. Man, it takes me a long time to edit videos, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my videos aren't that good, obviously. You guys watch them, so you know. But I do put a lot of work into them. Now, don't mind you, when I say it takes me 3 to 5 days to edit a video, that's not me sitting there for 12 hours a day on it. But, you know, I spend... Oh, whoa. Whoopsie. That was some mud right there. I almost slipped and fell, guys. I put, you know, boy, thank you, Lord, for not letting me fall there. That would have really hurt. I put 3 to 5 days into them, and I put like, you know, 3 to 5 hours each day I'm working on it into it. You know, my videos are a lot of times like 20 to 30 minutes long, and I watch it all the way through a couple times, and then as I'm editing it also, so it takes me a while to edit my videos. I'm not saying that for any other reason except that, you know, I do put quite a bit of time in on it. And little by little, I'll get better. I think this one is going to be pretty good. This is the one that the day after I finished building Heather's bike, and it's daylight, so you can actually see it. And I put the new tank on, and just, you know, take it for a little ride to see if it breaks, and take it for a photo shoot, so to speak. But yeah, I think her bike came out really nice, honestly. I really, really like her bike. It's just really nice all the way around. Man, it is windy out. Like, it is so windy, guys. That's another reason why I'm going real slow. Because I just don't trust the wind. Like, these rims, I've told you plenty of times before, these rims are just catch the wind like crazy. I gotta be careful riding over those spots of black road, the shiny black, because that's ice. Because the you see down to the right, wherever there's water on the ground, it's frozen. I gotta be mindful of that. Wasn't wound all the way out, but getting up there for sure. It's definitely getting up there. But this thing, man, it revs out. I want to get a tack. Actually, that's not new. Oh, okay. I have a tack, not on the bike, but I have one at home. But I never put it on. But the reason I never put it on, it's not just a tack. It's like a whole little instrument cluster from, like, I don't know, Universal Moped Kit or something. But and I'd like to put that on, but I just haven't yet, because I don't want to do that until I redo my charging system, because at that point I want to have the battery on the bike and all that stuff too, so I can really tell what's going on. I've been actually had something strike my interest. I had an idea all of a sudden when I was watching, I forget, what did I watch? Oh, I was watching Warped Perception YouTube video where he had, I think it was his wife, pull him in his Tesla the whole time without the motor going, and just basically regenerative braking and stuff. Oops. See that stupid thing with the pedal again? I did it again. But had the regenerative braking going on, and it charged his battery up fully. And that made me start thinking about taking a regular motor, like DC motor or something like that, like a small one, and if you can use it as a generator. And from what I'm understanding so far, if you run it in reverse, you will get power out of it. So that's what I want to do. I want to get myself like a windshield wiper motor or a window up and down motor out of a car, because those are DC motors. It's got to be a permanent magnet motor though. So last couple days I'm doing a little research in between editing this video, but in between editing all, I've been researching how to, you know, make my own generator and stuff. So I'm gonna try, because I used to have it, but it was before I had the YouTube channel. So it broke like my whole charging system and everything broke right before I had the YouTube channel, because I started the YouTube channel after I was at home laid up for a couple months after my accident, and I took it off right before that because in the accident it just, everything got all messed up in it. So I always been wanting to redo it, and I just haven't yet. But this would be a great part to do, because I really want to do kind of something how Mark did in build break repeat. How he put that little motor down there, or generator, alternator, whatever he got down there and stuff. But you know, he's obviously got like CNC machines or lathes and stuff, which is cool. Not hating on that, but I don't have all that. But I do have my brain, and it works on occasions. So, man, I'm not really cold, but not gonna lie, I could have used an extra layer on my legs. I don't know if that's because of the wind and it's just that kind of cold, but only my thighs, honestly. And I think that's honestly kind of what's keeping me a little bit cool from being overly hot right now, because I got 3 pairs of socks on, long ones up to my knees or my calves, and I got long johns, sweatpants. I have a guinea tee and a thermal. Oh, I'm sorry, a guinea tee, then a long sleeve shirt, t-shirt basically, it's, you know, thin like that, but long sleeve, a thermal, t-shirt, sweatshirt, coat, pair of gloves, my helmet, camera, you know, but that's about it. But everything else, and I got my coat open because I'm letting the camera poke through, but I'm hoping you're getting all this with the video, because I can't really see with this helmet on. What's going on? That doesn't... Something didn't sound right there. She was still running good. Honestly, my choke was up a little bit. Could have been it. Yeah, I think that's it, because as I rev it, it's doing it again. I gotta tighten that screw. Mine is definitely loose. Last night I was helping Presley with his carburetor through Facebook Messenger. That's why I tell everybody to get on Facebook, guys, because we can chit-chat then. Like, me and him and a bunch of other guys, we talk on Messenger all the time, and he and I met through YouTube, and he was having a little bit of trouble with his bike. He's getting himself a new YD100. It's already ordered. It should be on the way soon. I'm kind of excited for him, because I think everybody should have a YD100, in my opinion. But we were working, he's got an 80cc with a reed valve, and he just had it overjetted. It was way fat, and he lives, I think it's New Hampshire or maybe Vermont, but he lives, you know, kind of up in the mountains, and he got himself a larger carburetor, because once I get over up here, I'm gonna pull over. I want to check something. Something don't feel 100%. With all this clothes on and stuff, I can't see nothing. But something don't feel 100%. Let me just get away from this highway part. This is dangerous. This part, I really wish it was working. Well, I wish I felt safer right now, because this is a super bad part. A lot of traffic right now, so it's actually not that bad, because people can't go fast. Normally people are doing 70 coming off this ramp here, and it's just super sketchy. Anyway, he bought himself a larger carburetor because he's up in the mountains, up in where he lives, and the higher altitude, it's better to have a larger diameter inlet for the carburetor. Just something I learned from one of my other buddies, which his name is escaping me, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. There you go. He got himself. He lives, and not huge. He doesn't live that high up in the mountains, but I think it's like 5 or somewhere between 500 and 800 feet elevation. And he got himself. He was having trouble with all the carburetors on his, and then he got himself a big carburetor, and it started working great. So I recommended that to Presley. That doesn't feel 100% right. It's getting worse. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I feel like it's got a little bit of a wiggle, but not crazy when I was riding over there, but it's hard to tell, guys, to be honest with you, when you got all this stuff on you. You can't look down, can't hear properly. Pedaling the bike, it feels okay. I don't feel anything wrong pedaling. So I really don't know. I'm guessing it's okay. We're gonna go with it's okay and hope it doesn't kill us. So anyway, I was helping Presley with his carburetor. He had a 135 jet, I think, in it, and that's just tremendously huge. So told him throw an 85 in it, and he said he already got better response out of it. Let's take it easy, guys. But he's got a very mild port job, and he's got a reed valve though and all that. So I'm thinking he might end up with like a 78 or maybe an 80, you know, somewhere around there is what I'm thinking. Because I could take this road here. Let me take this. It brings me back out to this main road again, but if I can get off this road, it's better. So we were working on it a little last night. He put the 85 in. He says it was way more responsive. He had a lot more throttle and all that. Because before he said he only had maybe quarter throttle, a little past that, which means you're basically running off of your idle circuit. The other jet is just way too huge. He had his idle turned all the way in to raise the slide up because the, you know, so much fuel, it needed a lot of air just to stay running. And when he put the smaller jet in, it ended up going slow going up this hill here. You know, it's when he puts the smaller jet in, it leans it out a lot. So he was like, it's revving up really high and da da da. So he pulled the idle down and says it's running much better, but we still got a lot more work to do on it. Well, he's got a lot of work. I just got to sit there on the phone and talk to him pretty much. So I got the easy job. I'm the brains of the operation this time, which is rare for me. So he's gonna, I don't know if he's playing with it today or maybe tomorrow, but no matter what, it's already running way better. He says it revs out way farther than it did before. You know, he's got a reed valve. You know, it shouldn't be as strong as a YD, but the 80cc with the reed, with basically stock porting, mild ports. I don't know what he did, but I know it's not a lot. It should be, oh, shit. Dang it, man, I hate that with this stinking thing. You saw that? I went to go push, and the little tooth that it pulls on the hub was not engaged enough, and when I pushed down going up that hill on my force and went down, and boom, snapped. It didn't break or nothing, it just slipped right past the tooth because of the grease holding it in place. And then I looked like an idiot in front of those people and almost get run over. It's just a problem all the way around, you know what I mean? It's just a problem. Oh well. And it's not going to get any better until it gets warm out. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is grabbing my torch and heating up the hub a lot to get the grease settled properly, because that's the problem right now. But honestly, when I stopped before, I was noticing This has a little bit of bit of a wobble. In other words, I think the what do you call it? Oh my goodness, I can't remember now. The crown? No, what is it called? I can't remember the name of the nut. Whatever, it's the race and the bearing. I think it backed off a little bit, and the stopper nut is loosening up. Feel a little wobble in the whole bike right now. I'm a little nervous, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting pretty nervous right now. I'm getting pretty nervous about it. We're almost to where I gotta go. I'm just gonna keep her slow. I might gotta take this rear rim off and go through it again. I'll go through it in the house though, if I do. We are here. Oh, where's my mask? Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome sauce. Sweetness. All good? Yes, sir. Oh boy. Christmas Day. Okay, we're gonna go over to my normal spot that I go to. Okay. Okay, guys. Normally, I would do a short right out here in the open, but because it's so cold out, I don't know if I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do oh, I ripped it on both sides. That's nice. Well, whatever. We're not gonna do a short out here today because it's just too cold. We're gonna put it all in my backpack and we're just gonna go because it's getting dark quick. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am super excited about this. Like, I'm super excited about this. Oh yeah. Let's check this out. Okay. I just wiggled it, and yes, it does wiggle, but it's just, I still got to take it apart. There's still something not 100% right, because I do feel a slight wobble ever since I took it apart and greased it up, which I shouldn't feel that. So I do have to figure out what's going on with that, but no big deal. Let's put the bags down here. Yep, there we go. Okay, when we get home, I will rip everything apart on my bed and show everybody probably, and pretend I'm extra sick still. Just for safety, I am turning the lights up. That one's not working? Oh, it's working. It's a little slow turning on. We are good to go again. Excited to be recording. I haven't recorded anything in, I don't know, 2 weeks, probably. Yeah, it's got to be around 2 weeks at least since I recorded something. Because I had so much footage recorded, I didn't have to stress about recording anything. And I've been waiting for these parts to come in so I could do stuff. Especially especially the 40 millimeter, the 50cc motor, the 40 millimeter bore, because I actually did that motor, and as of right now, the motor doesn't run even though I put all this work into it, because the lining was no good. I was just hoping to get a couple fires out of it, but couldn't make the compression. So that whole video series is kind of a waste unless I had a new cylinder to continue it going. So that's good. So I'm really glad I was able to get this stuff, so now I can sit there while I'm homesick and actually do something with my time and have fun. As cold as it is, and as cold and sweaty as I am, and as many problems as I'm having right now with the bike, I am excited to be out here recording something, just having fun. But no lie, guys, I am more excited about getting in front of the camera, working on a motor. That's my favorite part about the hobby. I don't know if you guys could tell. I really only do the ride videos, well, a couple of reasons, I guess, because anyway, I know a couple of you guys out there really like the ride videos, so I do it for you guys, because, you know, I don't mind. And I also do it to, you know, fill gaps in my viewing, to be honest, because I can only do so much motor and repair stuff. You know, sometimes the stuff just isn't broken. Like right now, you know, outside of the rear rim now being extremely questionable, I get really close to this curb for some reason. But besides that, you know, I really don't have anything to report. I don't ride the bike as much because it's freezing cold out. To boot, I'm also sick, so. And Heather's not riding her bike because she does not like the cold. I was trying to get her to come with me for this ride, but she did not want to go. But anyway, you know, sometimes everything is just working. Not that that's a problem. Glad it's all working. But I was talking to, I think it was My Bike's YouTube channel. I was talking to him yesterday, and you know, he had a video up comparing, I think, his 79 Predator to his Phantom 85, or the YD100, I think. And then he had another video of his Phantom 85 up, and you know, it's not bad. You know, he was talking about how the Phantom 85 is a lot more power, this and that, and all that, faster than the YD, and you know, because I was talking about how I was impressed that his Phantom 85, he could just basically let the clutch out from a dead stop and it would take off, and I think he had a 40 tooth on it, 42 sprocket maybe, or 36 tooth, which to me that's impressive, because that's what I want torque. But I could do that with my YD100 dial reed, not when it was completely stock, but once I did the reed valves and all that stuff. So, I mean, that's a more fair comparison to the Phantom 85. The Phantom 85 comes with, you know, comes with reeds, you know, comes with a reed valve, a nicer carb, all that stuff, you know, comes with all that stuff. So, you know, is it really that surprising that it's that much better? Not to me. I mean, I would put the Phantom 85 up against my dial reed, and I bet my dial reed would smoke it, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't think that's a fair fight either, though, because I did personal port work. I think if I did personal port work to the Phantom 85, that would, you know, that would beat my bike. Thinking about going a different way, guys. I would take this way right now back, but yeah, I think I'm gonna a little less. Traffic. After doing the 80, and I didn't get to do the reed valve to it, but I did good port work to, like, say, Heather's motor, that 4mm spacer one I did. That one pulled. So I you know, I can imagine how good a reed valve would pull out of an 80. You know, the Trinarelli, basically. But that's 3 millimeters bigger, you know, so obviously the YD100's got, you know, 3 millimeters more of, you know, piston flying around, which gives it that much more power, torque, whatever you want to say. That's cool. I don't want to up to a Phantom 85 for 2 millimeters of piston. I know the difference, so to speak, between the 3 millimeters made. So yeah, the I'm sure the lens is fogging up. I can't really see. So I'm sure the Phantom is definitely a lot more power, but then again, the one I'm about to build is going to be a lot more power. And I think I'm just going to take it easy with the 54. I'm just going to do a basic, you know, transplant, do a Frankenstein. But I think the 56 I'm going to go full on crazy with, do a case read and all that nonsense. I also really want to, I didn't buy them this time, but I got an idea for another case read. I think I'm going to do the basic case read that most everyone does. And if everything goes good, I think I'm going to branch out with another idea I had and make my own. Also, depending on how well the 50cc goes, which I expect it to go well, I'm not going to lie. I also was thinking about doing a big bore on that with a 44 millimeter pit bike cylinder. Just because, why not? I think that'd be cool. My toes are starting to get cold now. My toes are starting to get cold now. The temperature definitely dropped a bunch. I don't know how much, but a lot. Oh my goodness. My hair's crazy from my helmet. Doesn't matter, whatevs. Okay, so this should be a continuation, if it recorded, the ride to pick everything up. So anyway, that's what we're talking about right now. Let me open this stuff up and then I shall share it with you. Oh, this is the one I am most excited about. You want bubble?
Yes.
So, first little box we opened up. The one I'm super excited about, I know it sounds dumb, but I am excited about, is this. This is a 40 millimeter jug for my 50cc, my very first motor. We are going to do some stuff to it. We're obviously going to open it up more. We're going to do all kinds of nonsense to it, so I'm very excited about that. Look at this, man. This is some shiny, shiny stuff, boy. Oh. You guys haven't seen, I upgraded. Look at the light I got up there. How cool is that? Yeah, I upgraded. So this way I can keep the lights off in the room at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it can be kind of dark. It's not going to be dark, but I can see super well, and that's the important thing. I don't really care if anyone else can sleep. Because this, let's be honest, this is not a bedroom, this is a workshop. These are decomp valves. Decomp stands for decompression. If you push it, this valve opens up when the engine fires, it just shuts it. Why am I going to need this? That's a good question. I'm not going to need it for this, not for the 40 millimeter bore. That brings me to this. Oh, what is it? Good question. This is an MS460 for a steel chainsaw. This one I'm going to build normal, regular piston port, nothing special. This is your basic Phantom 85, except that this is a 54 millimeter piston. Your Phantom is a 52 millimeter. So this is bigger than your Phantom 85, okay? This is going to be bigger than the Phantom 85. I don't think these came from the same place. I mean, I guess technically they both did because they both came from China. This one comes with a bit more. This is the 56 millimeter bore, for instance.
So this is my big boy. This is not what we're going to do first. We're going to do the 50cc first, but I just want to show you the difference in the size. That's the difference we're looking at right now. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming for the ride with me and everything. I really appreciate it. As always, if you could hit the like, I'd appreciate that. If you could hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification, that would be even better, because then you could see when I'm going to put my stupid face on the channel for you viewing pleasure. Also, more than anything, if you can go down to the comments and please drop me a line and say what is going on. Can't wait to see this nonsense you're about to do. I really hope you don't blow yourself up. Something. Also, go over to Johnny's Motorized Bicycles Facebook group. You can continue the conversation going over there and post your videos, your pictures, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. As always, a link to everything will be down in the description, so please, by all means, go down in the description, check out whatever link you need. The address is down there too. Everything's down there, and just click on the link and you'll be good to go. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.